Hello, my accountability partners. I am bringing a long awaited update on where things stand. This is just a high level overview, you all. I did not go all deep into the offer. It's more to it. It's a lot more to it, and I didn't go into how everything played out as far as whether or not we're going to pursue a case or not. I will come back with another update, but I wanted to get this one out because you've been waiting so patiently. So be expecting more updates soon. That's kind of close, isn't it? I don't know if I'm crazy about this angle. Give me just a sec. I have made it clear that you will spend money on legal proceedings against me. Just raggedy. And let me reiterate to those of you watching this that in order for it to be considered defamation, making disparaging remarks, there is a difference. I won't go into all that. Just know that these conditions need to be met. It needs to be injurious to the other party, causing some injury to the other party, and untrue. And untrue. I don't want to say everything is allegedly. If it's allegedly, I'll add that, or whatever. But I just don't want to live where I can't speak my truth about what I experienced and what was done to me. And it's just a system where it's always like the bigger one with the more resources, they're able to dictate, even in what the situation I walked away from. I don't want to live my life like that. Now, let me first say, I did walk away from a deal. The amount wasn't impressive, y'all, I'll tell you. It was approximately roughly 5 months, I think, worth of salary, and it was $79,000 and some change, almost $80,000. So no legal fees or anything else. They were not going to do that. Now, that already was disrespectful. That was disrespectful. And so I'm going to give you my opinion as to why I felt it was disrespectful. I felt it was disrespectful because, number one, I was at the organization during the time they had considerable leadership turmoil and transition and some scandals. And I saw how people were treated. And we're talking about some situations in which the folks leaving, they needed the organization to talk nice about them. Not the organization is concerned about them not talking nice about the organization, which is what they're doing to me. Like, you're trying to silence me so I don't talk poorly about you when you treated me poorly. And you looked out for folks who were just raggedy as hell. Let me just say that. So the amount was disrespectful, but check this out. I was like, let's go ahead and let's do it. Let's squash it. I won't mention their name again. I don't really mention their name now. Now, it ain't hard to find out who they are. That's on you. Anyway, I was like, I won't mention their name. Things that were protected by confidentiality regarding my AFP, Association for Fundraising Professionals, Code of Ethics, even though I let my membership lapse because I realized in that environment, they don't be caring about that kind of stuff, which I'll get into that as well. But anyway, at least in my department, they didn't care about that, like memberships and stuff. You could or couldn't. It wasn't no big thing. But I still adhered to those ethics as part of how I operated as a fundraiser. And so I will include them somewhere If I don't put a clip in this, I'll make sure in the written part that I include that, or a link, at least a link, so if you're interested. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna adhere to the code of ethics. Of course, the NDA was gonna have to be included. That's fine. I'll sign the NDA. We done. But then they couldn't leave it at that. This is the here. Let me tell you just roughly the conditions that they had. Number one, the disrespectful amount. You done looked out for some folks, and I know you looked out for some folks. You looked out for some folks. Yeah. All right. So here were the conditions. Okay, the disrespectful amount, 5 months of salary roughly. So legal expenses was going to eat up a huge chunk of that, and then it would have left me with a little something to work. Taxes was going to take another chunk, so it wasn't going to leave with a whole lot. But I may have been able to go ahead, get AC put into the cabin, and purchase a skid steer or something. You know, it wasn't nothing major, it wasn't nothing life-changing, but it was, all right. But then they had that disrespectful amount. Keep saying that disrespectful amount. 2, they had that I could not only not do business with the organization or any of their other organizations, which I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna touch on that. But none of like their donors, their trustees, the whole network. You are the largest, inarguably, I was going to say arguably, but really inarguably, most resource rich, land-wise and finance-wise, environmental organization on the planet. And you telling me I can't deal? How many members do you have? Don't you have like 2 million members? How many donors? You're in every state. You've got boards in every state. Does that include them? Contractors? I'm already in violation. I have people and organizations and corporations that I have partnerships with, not on the strength of you, but on the strength of who we are. We care about the environment. We're in the environmental space. Of course, we're in the agriculture space. We're in the natural wellness space. We're in the climate change, climate mitigation space. We're in the equity space. We're in the consumer packaged goods spaces. I'm in these spaces. So I'm still in the fundraising space. So for this organization to be like, you can't touch none of our people. What about old boy? Used to work here. Ain't he over? Don't they get... And remember what happened? And you telling me all of them are off list? So I was like, nah, y'all trying to restrict my movement. It's personal. It's personal. You already came with this disrespectful amount because you want to contend. It is your position that even though I was the first Black person, okay, the first Black woman, because each of those come with their own thing. There's what comes with being Black, there's what comes with being a woman, and whoa, what comes with being a Black woman. And most can't relate because most ain't Black women. And y'all ain't listening to us like that. Y'all ain't checking for us, honestly, like that. You telling me it is your position that I was the first one in that position in some conversations, even in some regards, bringing a certain perspective to a lot of conversations, and you're telling me that under no circumstance, heck no, did I experience racial animus to a degree that impacted how my work was evaluated, how I was treated, anything. That's what you're telling me. All right. I say liar, liar. your $200 sustainably grown hiking pants on fire. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. On top of it, they put this in. And because I've demonstrated that basically I may be problematic, I don't get my money in a lump sum. You already offering me, not giving, you offering, you disrespecting me with an amount that added all up. I add up all the meetings, all the calls, all the reviews, add up everything. You're spending more to fight me as opposed to for us to be real and be respectful. You can't respect me though. You can't. And I realize that. And it's certain individuals, it's certain members of leadership within the organization that's true in particular. It's personal. I got you. It's personal. So anyway, I said nah. And so then they came back and they were like, okay, we'll take out the long list of folks you can't deal with. You just can't deal with us. And I then wanted, give me a list of who all us is, because I know y'all are in some countries and y'all have some other organizations set up. Y'all, they sent this list. This all you? What? You where? Whole list full of nonprofits and for-profits, all kind of business entities that they have that are under their purview, that is considered part of the organization. And it's extensive. It was extensive, but I was like, cool, I won't even deal with none of those. That's fine. But then y'all not gonna play me with this drip, because I don't know this for a fact, but if called to the table on it, you would have to show that that's what has been consistent across the board, that you've offered a drip to other people who were, whether they chose to resign or were terminated, it was done because of validated reasons. Now the reason, real quick, the reason why I was terminated has changed. So I know this video is getting long and I don't want it to get too long. So I am going to stop it right here basically. And then I'm going to come back and share more about the changing reasons on why I was terminated, as well as what the next steps are. But anyway, this has been super long. I'm probably going to have to upload this to YouTube. That's fine. That's fine. There's nothing that I've said, and I will have to go back and I will do a little editing, but I ain't lied. I turned him down. I walked away, and I don't regret that. I don't regret that. I feel at peace. I don't feel like I've got to walk around on eggshells. Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much if you have stuck through this. Thank you so much for your role in showing support. Buy some more tea. You don't have to be accountability. You got the QR code. But feel free to buy some more, because I still got legal expenses and I still need an AC and all of that. But we're good. We're good. I can't complain. I really can't complain. And I am grateful for where we are, for the impact that we're having, for being able to grow, even though we grow slow, so we don't, we've done a lot. We've done a lot.